What is blockchain and its use cases? Blockchains are extremely popular these days, and many people from all walks of life are talking about them and wondering, what is blockchain? In this video, I will try as much as possible to get blockchain as a topic simplified so that it can be easily understood by anybody even if you are not in cryptocurrency space. Welcome to Jafed-Leads Crypto Spotlight, a channel dedicated to crypto news, reviews, and updates. In this video, we will also talk about what is blockchain, how do they work, what problems do they solve and how can they be used. But before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new content on this channel. Blockchain can be described as a collection of records or data linked with each other, strongly resistant to alteration, and protected using cryptography. In other words, blockchain can be seen as a public ledger of cryptocurrency that is open source, which can be seen by users but can't be altered. Cryptocurrencies are a form of digital or virtual currency that runs on a technology known as blockchain. Blockchain cryptocurrencies are immune to counterfeiting, don't require a central authority, and are protected by strong and complex encryption algorithms. A hacker will not be able to alter the data in the blockchain, because each user has a copy of the ledger. The data within the blocks are encrypted by complex algorithms. All of this is made possible with the help of blockchain technology. History of blockchain. Many people think that Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin, created blockchain technology. In fact, the word blockchain is never even mentioned in Satoshi's original white paper. The closest he comes to saying blockchain is a chain of blocks. This technique was originally described in 1991 by a group of researchers and was originally intended to timestamp digital documents so that it's not possible to backdate them or to tamper with them. Almost like a notary. A blockchain is a distributed ledger that is completely open to anyone. They have an interesting property: once some data has been recorded inside a blockchain, it becomes very difficult to change it. So how does that work? Blockchain mode of action. This illustrates how blockchain works. Blockchain can be described as a collection of records linked with each other, strongly resistant to alteration, and protected using cryptography. Now, let's have a closer look at the Bitcoin transaction between two friends, James and Sarah, and find out how it works. Every user in the Bitcoin network has two keys, a public key, and a private key. The public key is an address that everyone in the network knows of, like an email address of a user. While the private key is a unique address that only the user has knowledge of, something like a password. For better understanding, the public key or address is like a bank account number that money can be transferred through into the account. While the private key allows you to control the back end of your crypto account. For example, Sarah passes the number of bitcoins he wants to send to James, through James's unique wallet address through a hashing algorithm. These details are encrypted using encryption algorithms, and using Sarah's unique private key. This is done to digitally sign the transaction and to indicate that the transactions came from Sarah. This output is now transmitted across the world using James's public key, which is the wallet address and is seen on a public ledger called the blockchain. The message or transaction can be decrypted only by James's private key, which only James has knowledge of. Different cryptocurrencies use different hashing algorithms. This transaction and several other similar ones are taking place all around the world. These transactions are validated and then added block by block. The people who validate these blocks are called miners. The blocks are validated and added to a blockchain. Miners need to solve a complex mathematical problem for the data or transaction from Sarah to James to be added to the block to form the blockchain. The process of solving the complex mathematical problem is called proof of work. And the process of adding a block to the blockchain is called mining, which Sarah and James' wallets balances are been updated. That is, James's wallet the receiver been credited and Sarah's wallet the sender has been debited, just like every person in the network who has completed a transaction. The data that is stored inside a block depends on the type of blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, stores the details about a transaction about Bitcoin, such as the sender, receiver, and amount of coins. A block also has a hash. You can compare a hash to a fingerprint. It identifies a block and all of its contents, and it's always unique, just as a fingerprint. Once a block is created, its hash is being calculated. Changing something inside the block will cause the hash to change. So in other words, hashes are very useful when you want to detect changes to blocks. Blockchain use cases. 1. With blockchain we can transfer money anywhere in the world at a fraction of the cost. 2. We need some blockchain that can handle privacy, that is, it can be used to keep track of information and verify its integrity. 3. With blockchain we can have digital gold, that's what we have with Bitcoin. Digital gold is better than the physical one because you don't need to store it, so it's cheaper to own it also with digital gold. 4. With blockchain everybody can be banked, we don't need anybody's permission. 5. Blockchain can totally reinvent the financial market. That's what we call decentralized finance, which is better finance. 6. Blockchain is open source, more transparent, and more compassable, meaning that anybody can build on top of another DeFi project, which is absolutely not the case with traditional finance. 7. It allowed people to directly transact with one another without having to trust third parties like banks. 8. Blockchains could help us to create a digital certificate for each piece of digital product, proving where it came from and where it has been. For example, Walmart and Amazon use blockchain for their products and services. 9. Blockchains can be even more powerful when we add smart contracts to them. These contracts are tiny computer programs that live on the blockchain and can perform actions when certain conditions are met. Insurance companies could use smart contracts to validate claims and calculate a payout. Or they could allow us to only pay for car insurance when we're driving. 10. Blockchain would expedite escrow transactions by quickly verifying finances, reducing fraud. That is, through encryption, which offers transparency throughout the entire selling and buying process. 11. Blockchain-based voting can improve civic engagement by providing a level of security and encryptability that allows voting to be done on mobile devices. 12. Blockchain is being used for supply chains to better understand the transactions of goods across each step of the process and track goods digitally. For example, DHL is at the forefront of blockchain-backed logistics, using it to keep a digital ledger of shipments and maintain integrity of transactions. Thanks so much for your time. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite application of blockchain technology is, and if you found this video interesting, consider getting subscribed. Hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share.